If that's the case, the full Senate will then begin debate on Alito's nomination. Avoiding another transit strike may come down to agitation over arbitration. The MTA wants state officials to form a panel. Good morning, Kate. I'm standing right outside of Parron 105's radio station, and this morning DJ Star won't be gracing New York's radio airwaves. Instead, Clear Channel executives are meeting, trying to decide who's going to replace their star DJ.
Well, I have to go down to the morgue and identify my child's body before Clear Channel says, you know what, maybe they've gone a little too far. What has to happen? Does he have to bring a child into the radio station and molest her during the broadcast in order for Clear Channel to say, you know what, maybe they've gone a little bit too far? What does it take?
Gia Casey is outraged by a DJ dispute that's gotten out of control. Casey's husband is Hot 97's DJ Envy. His rival is Troy Terrain, better known as DJ Star, Power 105's morning show host. His shock jock style has earned him top ratings, but this morning, his explicit remarks have gotten him fired.
If you didn't hear me, I said I would like to do an R. Kelly on your seed, on your little baby girl.
This is really sick stuff. Troy has clearly gone over the line here.
These obscene threats were made by Terrain, and they're targeting DJ Envy's 4-year-old daughter. Terrain's comments also included racial slurs targeted at Casey, who is half Asian. Now, Queens Councilman Lou and Gia Casey addressed the outraged Asian community.
He has violated FCC regulations. You can't broadcast threats against people like this. And these are real threats.
Now, this is not the first time the DJ has been in the hot seat for making inappropriate comments. He was formally suspended from a prior radio station, and this time the DJ's not going to get off that easy. He has been officially fired from Power 105 and is currently being investigated for violating FCC laws. For CBS 2 News, I'm Yvonne Smith, reporting from Midtown. Good evening, Roz. Good evening, Mary. I'm here at Tramway Plaza in the middle of rush hour traffic. Now, on a typical day like this, passengers would be lined up trying to get over to Roosevelt Island. But today, the tram is at a standstill as investigators try to figure out why New York's high wire went haywire. 12-year-old Dox Meyer said all he wanted to do was get to his tennis practice fast.
In September, I started taking it to tennis, and then I guess it backfired, kind of.
He, like other New York City commuters, feel that the Roosevelt Island tram is a fast and stress-free way of getting from Manhattan to Long Island City. But yesterday's trip was anything but peaceful as the tram came to an abrupt stop at 5:15 p.m., leaving 68 passengers dangling hundreds of feet in the air for 11 hours. As passengers remained stalled, city officials devised a skillful plan to get passengers to ground safely. And as daylight turned to darkness, passengers had no water, no food, and no clue what was happening. Desperate to find out what was going on, passengers used cell phones to contact friends and family. Finally, by 3 a.m., Air and Sea Patrol workers were on standby as the New York Police Department and firemen attempted a death-defying rescue act, using construction cranes to pluck passengers out of carts one by one and placing them into gondolas until everyone was on ground safely. City officials suspect that a power failure caused the tram to stop. Commissioner Ray Kelly says the tram will not operate until the city conducts a full investigation. But in the meantime, Dox Meyer and his family are just happy to be on solid ground. For CBS 2 News, I'm Yvonne Smith. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Mario. Now, I'm live in Brooklyn, just right outside of the Jackie Robinson Parkway. And if we take a look behind me, this abandoned and desolate area is where police investigators found Yvette St. Guillen's dead body. Now investigators are desperately trying to piece together any information that they can to solve the murder mystery of a beautiful grad school student whose life ended all too soon. Yvette was 1 week shy of her 24th birthday and a semester away from finishing grad school at John Jay College. The forensic science student spent semesters studying murder mysteries, and now police are investigating her murder. She was hanging out with a friend at the Pioneer Bar in the Lower East Side on Saturday night. At about 2 a.m., the two friends parted. The friend went home. Yvette stayed behind. She went to the Falls, a bar nearby. According to police, this was the last place Yvette was seen alive. Investigators suspect that she was lured out of the bar by a stranger. Early Sunday morning, police received a cryptic 911 call from this Linwood diner. A tip that led police to Yvette's dead body found dumped on a dark and isolated road in Brooklyn. She'd been brutally raped and strangled. Her face and hands were bound in masking tape. Now, so far, police tell us that they have no suspects in this case, but what they do have are small pieces of evidence: the surveillance tape from the Falls Bar and the bedspread that Yvette St. Guillen's body was found in. Now, police urge anyone who has any information or any leads regarding this case to call 1-888-231-6393. For CBS 2 News, I'm Yvonne Smith, reporting live in Brooklyn. Jim, Sean, back to you.